Welcome back to the North American LCS. We're going to keep the games rolling with our next match. It's Team 8 versus Gravity. And with TSM's win over Team Dignitas earlier, the road is now closed for Team 8. They cannot make the playoffs. They're guaranteed bottom 4, but we'll see if they can jockey for position within that.
Yeah, and now they have to turn their attention to locking up their LCS spots by keeping hold of 7th place. That prospect is looking tougher because Cloud9 is just 1 game back. And as we saw earlier today in their game against COG, they're looking quite a bit stronger.
Yeah, keep in mind, C9 still gets to play TDK next week as well, so you expect at least 1 more win to come in there, meaning a tie with all things expected, so going to be difficult. Now, for Gravity, they're looking to shake off a little bit of rust and a tough upset. They lost to Team Dignitas yesterday. They had a 6-game winning streak leading into that.
Yeah, and despite that one team fight where they chased in and got pentakilled, they still fought valiantly and they stalled out the game. They were able to push it to the longest game of the entire year for the North American LCS. And even though they do have an easier schedule moving forward, they can't afford to drop any more games. You know, a first-round bye in the playoffs is huge for all of these teams, and Gravity want to hold on to theirs.
We'll see if they can keep on that hype train and keep that first-place spot held up. But for now, we're going to check out the starting lineups. And on the blue side is Team 8 with Cali Trolls in the top lane, Porpoise in the jungle, Golden Glue at mid, Neon 80 carry, Dodo on support with Coach History Teacher help them out.
And on the red side, it's Gravity. Up top is Hanser in the jungle, Move, mid, Keen, 80 carry, Altec, support Bunny Fufu, and Coach Cop.
All right, so Gravity, if we want to play the game of interesting statistics that mean almost nothing, Gravity have remained undefeated on the red side, but they've actually got a negative win-loss record on blue. For whatever reason, it just happens to work out this way. Might not mean anything, except that we see this team is usually very good, at least strategically, at counterpicking. They tend to do a very good job of using their flexible and interesting champion pool to do very interesting things and screw with their opponents with Keen being able to play so darn many different things. Again, might be entirely irrelevant, but the stats end up being this way so far. They will be on the red side again today, so all signs and statistics point to Gravity winning. Shocking analysis by Freak.
As you know, as much as they've been able to confuse people in picks and bans, you know, yesterday their Vi pick really did not work for them. It looked like Move definitely had one of his worst games, definitely his worst game in recent memory. And he just didn't look too comfortable on the champion. Maybe that does contribute sometimes to things like face checking that actually don't have anything to do with the champion.
Sure.
But you just end up making more plays like that just because you don't feel comfortable and you don't have the same mobility tools available to you.
Yeah, and honestly, you talked about Move playing a bit worse than normal. I think Keen has also been a really big wild card here. He's even in the games they do well, I feel like he never really goes off.
Well, the Rumble yesterday was definitely a liability.
And then there's just bad games, right? Then there's games like that one, right, where you know, Keen picked up a nice 6 deaths for himself in mid lane Rumble, getting caught out by hooks, and that's obviously not exactly great for him. He's actually had a lot of high death games throughout this split, and that's, you know, a bit of a concern where even though he's sort of that strategic linchpin, it's not because he's getting his own individual leads, because it fits the comp, and that can be a liability when you're against Team 8, who just relies on Golden Glue to be one of the big carry forces.
Well, they're going to target Keen pretty early on here. Urgot #1 on the ban list and Rumble #2. So I would actually consider that a Keen ban. It is a very good flex ban against Gravity because Hanser has also used it. But #1 and 2, straight at him.
All right, Callista banned away with Sivir off the table, and it means Calitrolls right off the bat picks up Maokai for himself. So still going for the defensive tank top lane and hoping he can stay alive against Hanser here, who's one to play some carry tops as well. Hanser, last time the guys met, did play AP Echo, and it went fairly well.
All right, let me check the list here, see what I want to play. They've got passing around the book. Cop. And then is it time? Do it. So I don't know. Alistar is still up. With Shen off the board, I feel like there's a very high priority on Alistar.
I think it's Fizz.
Bunny Fufu has been playing Shen really, really often. Fizz has been really popular, especially into Maokai for the counter match. But the one thing they're not swapping around is Janna here, the counter engage.
Yeah.
All right. Maokai, the older Maokai, or Gnar, the older Maokai lane opponent here. Fairly standard as well.
So So still something with split push power, though Haunter can push up and be aggressive. He's been one of the biggest, sort of most effective players for his team in the recent history.
How did I not talk about Nidalee?
Yeah, she's wonderful.
I've been on that all weekend.
No jungle bans, the only one picked up so far.
I can't believe they didn't first round Nidalee for move. Oh.
Yeah, that's actually really surprising, and they wanted the Janna so badly. I mean, like, no one's going to take Gnar away, right? There's no chance that Maokai and Gnar picked in this game.
What in the heck?
That's Gravity.
They were passing around the book.
Allowing Nidalee to come through, right? I assume. There's no other reason except that please take Nidalee from us.
Wow, he wants to go Vi again. So maybe Move wants redemption. They wanted to hard engage on the Nidalee specifically. They want to counterplay the poke.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, though. I don't know why you would pick Janna in a team where you want them to play Nidalee. Like, let's play a disengage support against poke so that we can stay at long range. Especially with a Vi. Let's disengage you so that Vi can dive in. Like, I actually don't understand this right now from Gravity. But that's going to be the case. So, you know, Jinx Janna again I like, but Vi makes no sense here.
I put a really, really high value on Nidalee in the current state of the game, and it felt like an unnecessary trade here. But we'll see if it works out in the end. They do lock up Jinx, so do have some follow-up, and they're looking to clean up after a Vi target is killed.
Yeah. And it wasn't even aimed as like a specific counter pick. When they played Vi last time against Dignitas, it was against Rek'Sai, so it wasn't like this was their counter pick plan where she's supposed to beat up the other jungler. But it's what Move wants to play, and it's Warrior Vi as well. It's not like Warrior changed anytime recently.
Nope. Meanwhile, Ruglev getting buffs. Nidalee is stronger than ever. We'll see if Porpoise can take over the mid game, because we talked about how important the mid lane is. Golden Glue had a very good Azir game. If Porpoise is able to pressure the mid lane, get him off to a good start.
And it's a team that like is happy to play far back. Defensive tank Maokai, poke jungler, poke team fight mid laner, turret destruction, demolitionist Zareen, Tristana pick up here, and Braum to hold the front line as well. Like teammate just happy to play in the back, and you pick Janna. Well, we'll see if they can get in here. Gnar Vi can start fights, of course. And Janna being off on the side is whatever. Gravity may even try to match the poke, so Kog'Maw mid comes through for Keen. I haven't seen him play the champion very much. Actually, he hasn't played it all split.
Well, yeah, not in the LCS. See how he tries his hand at poke. Poke is generally good into Azir, so I actually like this matchup in isolation. But I'm still so curious what went on. Well, what went on with that jungler first round stuff.
Again, every single jungler is on the field now. There were 0 jungle bans at all. No Rek'Sai, no
they were discussing it still, and and passing that book back and forth during that last round. Regardless, they are going to be running with the Vi, and see if he can keep that Kog'Maw safe. Let him get up to his level 11 at least.
Right, and I know, players occasionally have bad games. We've talked to CLG about like letting Smithy play Sejuani, and Double F says, yeah, we don't let dank memes like, dictate our champion select. Move is a front runner for Rookie of the Split, right? He's been so impressive all year long. He's been one of the big driving forces that have made Gravity good. And okay, yeah, one bad game on Vi, but Move has made so many smart choices as a player, right? I'm going to buy Sightstone every single game. Best vision control jungler in the LCS. Like, if this is a continued trend of Move understanding things that other players don't, maybe Vi does go well, and we see why in this game, even if the last one wasn't very good. Maybe, just opening things up for topics. Now, anyway, as the teams load into the game, head over to Twitter and show them some love. Send hashtag T8win or hashtag GVWin to @LOL Esports, and we'll check in with how you think the game's going to go and who you think's going to come out on top. It's going to be a great one, guys. Here we go. Gravity looking to keep their hold on first place with the win here. Teammate hoping to keep on to 7th.
No Corki either taken away. So Gravity mixing up a lot of things, bucking a lot of trends in Champion Select. Altek is going to be on the Jinx, looking to clean up after the poke lands. And maybe get one of those sniper kills with his ultimate.
Well, Altek's definitely very good, and Nien gives Altek a lot of praise and actually puts him among the top 80 carries in the league.
I think he just has a really solid laning phase. He doesn't really like snowball or go off, but like he doesn't really ever fall behind too much. And throughout the mid to late game, he's just super, super solid in team fights and just an all-around really good player. He knows what he needs to do when he needs to do it. better than pretty much every other AD carry right now, so have a lot of respect for him.
Well, Sneak, Jinx is pretty strong at snowballing as a champion, so maybe that will give Altec the boost for him to snowball off of mid-game team fights. Haunter takes some poke. Sapling doesn't land the slow, so he's going to be able to dodge the spear.
Oh, that's big. He might have to flash. Stun. Soldier's in. Rocket Jump's there as well. Haunter does have to flash away. But it made Nian learn Rocket Jump. Ooh. More Sapling fun.
Delaying the recall here actually is fairly important since it's already 1 minute and 30 seconds. Invade here from Team 8 continues, and the spears rain down. The Nidalee pick already paying dividends. They're going to be able to...
Man, and Move's going to have a late start to the jungle now. 145, he doesn't have time to recall, so he needs...
Late start everywhere. That's like a huge chunk of health that he's going to be missing. He needs to have Gnar get in here for the double jungle.
So Cali Trolls and Porpoise will be able to safely start. Even got some help from the Braum and all as well. Move getting help from Haunter. Looks like he has to chug a potion, but otherwise will survive.
I'm actually curious if Team 8 will adapt. It doesn't look like they're planning on further punishing the opening from Gravity and trying to swing their double down to their red buff side and try and find some of these low health members and contest the jungling down there. But it would be an interesting option in the game since Vi and Gnar would both be very low after the early interaction. But if we will find that that section of the jungle is open and waiting for them though to just come over and farm. So after the fireworks opening this game, it looks like will be a fairly standard lane swap opening, except that now Team 8 are pulling off of the turret.
Alrighty, so interesting choices so far. Move still level 1, by the way. Gets 2 finally off the small little piece of the red buff. Red buff going to be just fine. Bunny helps. Didn't leave too much experience away, and this whole team can set up for the bottom side turret before too long. A quick recall from Dodo, though, and actually Team 8, yeah, not pushing anything, but Gravity could easily knock this turret down.
I wonder why Move learned Q second. E is better for clearing.
In case they thought a turret dive might happen.
He must have thought there was a chance of confrontation or that he would need to jump a wall. I don't think he learned at level 1 in the opening.
Definitely started W.
Okay, well, and it was a choice. Regardless, here comes the turret pressure and the sneak in from Team 8 as they send people down the lane. Plus the teleport arrives in time, and Cali soaks experience here.
Yeah.
3 lanes of income for Team 8. Experience advantage slowly being earned. Haunter does have his teleport, but up top, Tristana Nian is still freezing. Obviously, I did not learn Explosive Shot because he planned on it.
Yeah, he just got points saved up that he's not spending here, so he intends to learn it later, but yeah, Explosive Charge is 0 points in and only learned 1 Rapid Fire, 1 Rocket Jump. Later on, that'll change. But for now, Nian playing the freeze game, as you mentioned, Cali Trolls absorbing XP, and now it's kind of up to Gravity to break the situation to get the income in.
And it's super dangerous because Haunter had to blow his flash. He was the one in the level 1 who was the target. So he's up there with no flash, 3 CS, and Tristana in the lane who has kill pressure, one of the AD carries that can go all in on you and, you know, collapse with a gank.
And Porpoise is heading up. In fact, he's got the inside track in the top jungle. He'll be able to take, I believe, the Raptors in time. Move coming in. Smite not up, though, for this Nidalee, so be careful, because Move wants to fight you. Porpoise will not get that gank to happen. Now it's a battle for Raptor, and I think Move gets it. Yep. Nice try, Porpoise. Just helps his enemy jungler out with the farm.
He should have just went for the gank.
Yeah, and there's no way to get top lane now. A couple of words came out. Haunter is completely safe. The freeze is still kind of intact. Actually, no, this freeze is, I think it looks broken. It should be pushing out.
He learned Explosive Shot for the exchange with Haunter as well, so there will be no more freeze for him.
Well, it's still a 20 CS lead for the top laner as a result of all these antics, though. Cali Trolls at 24 to the 4 of Haunter. People say Gnar's a good 1v2, or sorry, a good lane swap champion, but good luck with this one.
Nian checking a lot of autos.
Into the turret they go. Oh! Got that one.
All right, and going to put a ward for himself. I don't think he has to be nearly as worried as Hanser needed it to be. But nonetheless, is going to put his trinket down himself. I think this Maokai may be a problem here for Gravity as we move forward. This goes really well for the team fights. You mentioned how solid the team fight for this Team 8 squad would be with Maokai as the front line and Azir. If Azir can get out of the poke here.
Yeah. I mean, right now Azir is doing wonderfully. 53 to 38 in minions. People often pick poke champions into Azir not because of the laning phase, but because of the team fight situation. Azir can't start fights easily himself, so if you hit him from out of range, you're fine. So the farm's going up just fine. Teammate, they'll have to be able to find ways to start team fights up against this Kog'Maw.
And the new hotness, the newly buffed Nashor's Tooth is going to be first on the docket for Golden Glue.
Oh, interesting.
Following that trend, everybody's jumping on the train now that it got extra ability power.
Yeah, the difference being that it gives more attack speed than the Morellonomicon would. You just lose mana regen for it, so. The high DPS build oftentimes means you can land one more Arise auto attack during a summon or after a Q slow. So the breakpoint's definitely actually very relevant. It's even good in trades, not just in general DPS. Porba's still playing the vision game and actually is also winning the farm game up against Move so far. Jungler's growing pretty slowly though overall. And just this 500 gold lead for the team. Again, most of that the Calitrolls versus Hanser matchup in a way.
Oh, steal those babies. There is good money in those.
And experience, isn't that?
It's half
the camp is those.
Doesn't get either though. Head down
the
bottom.
buff too.
Calitroll is doing very well for himself. Really wants to shove that wave into the turret. And Nidalee should assist him in that.
But he's still keeping the blue buff kind of under control. If Golden Glue can keep the wave pushed and Keen has no way to stop that from happening, it's going to be blue buff constantly pressured. Top lane also in this lane swap game doing just fine. They're one wave away from killing that one.
They're doing more than fine. They are absolutely destroying. Team 8 is crushing this lane swap in the early game versus Gravity.
Altec is back to freezing a little bit though, so Calitrolls are going to start losing out in minions before too terribly long. He backed for a Ninja Tabby. Teleport is still. I'm actually surprised he didn't walk top lane because teammate would have simply swapped back and pressure Dragon here. So I'm actually not sure why Calitrolls are running down here. This feels like they're a step behind their decision making. Because here comes the turret kill, here comes the lane bounce, and this is normally a lane you give to your top laner. Yeah, Tristana can afford BF Pickaxe, and you can just pressure Dragon right now. I guess they could do that without using teleport. But.
Yeah, and he is going to catch this big wave. There's a double wave right now that's going to hit the turret that Trist would miss. So that is 2 waves of valuable experience for him. Now they're going to try and soak it up under turret. Actually takes almost no damage from the Jinx, able to heal it back up with his passive auto there.
She hasn't bought yet either. But the sooner Tristana swaps her lane, the sooner they can get onto this Dragon.
Tristana didn't even recall. She canceled recall. They're pushing another wave out.
I mean, if teammate can go for a top lane tier 2 pressure, I mean, Altec Bunny is still down here trying to fight Calitrolls. Calitrolls can always just TP and leave and go top lane. Azir is actually on a slow path up. No, he's just taking Wolves.
Yeah, the duo
but
did
they
not.
Can 4-man top lane.
The duo did not recall in time, so they are going to lose this outer. I don't think they can actually take the secondary turret. So it was an interesting call there from Team 8. It's definitely not going to work out for them. They had the time. Tristana could have recalled much, much earlier.
I mean, they could have done either. Yeah, they could have done that. I honestly think like Porpoise could walk top lane, Golden Glue could shove and walk up, and you knock down top lane tier 2. That was absolutely an available play.
They take neither option. They lose a turret. They lose the Dragon. They don't get tier 2 or even significant damage on tier 2. And Gravity get a big leg up back into this game.
Very strange. Well, a lot of items on Nien now. He's got his boots of speed.
Did he was he so greedy that he wanted a BF pickaxe combination
He already had that. He was at 2,600 gold on the first recall. He got boots from that. That afforded him boots 1. And a pink ward, which to be fair is good. AD carries getting vision is nice.
It's not as good as holding a turret and Dragon though.
No, absolutely not. So Unfortunately, more missteps in the game of teammate Nien being the shot. They're transitioning it to being Nien as a shot caller here. Calitroll saying that he wanted to retire at the end of the season. Part of the reason they picked up Nien, but the growing pains are still evident.
He's been at it for a while too, so it's not like it's a new burden for him.
Yeah, he shot called for his old challenger team Infusion as well. They didn't quite make the LCS. They went to 5 games against Team Dignitas.
They still have a lead though.
Yeah.
The only thing is I don't believe they got the ward in time to get the Dragon Timer.
I think they can infer it within 2 seconds though. There shouldn't be any.
It's never really a big thing because not only do you hear the global scream, you also see the buff, you also can tab and find it out.
And everyone should type it.
But sometimes, you know, prepping for it exactly is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. All right, well. Look on Ford, nice flash, but it's still going to land the knockup. Altec has no more escape to his left, so Bunny trying to buy some time, and he's going to ult Dodo into the turret, but Altec going to survive, slow him out, and careful, and ulti could kill him off, so Nien's got a body block, and Dodo will stay alive.
Oh, he's gone into the fog of war to try and snipe.
Dodo should be able to recall properly here.
He's up in the tower.
Oh, he's just going to try to lifesteal up? He's got a relic shield stack, he's not
I don't think it will even kill him anymore, so.
Yeah, the shield should be back up.
Not even worth going for.
All right, more turret damage though. Half HP in this bottom tier 1 turret. It's a push that Nien is actually still succeeding in. And Dodo able to stay in the lane allows him to push successfully. If he had to recall, they would not have been able to push like this, so.
Hanser as well was able to grab at least the Hex Shrinker, rush to that for his lane versus Maokai. So he's been able to hold versus the lead that Cali had. And he's been doing just fine for himself.
Yeah, he's just sitting at -20, which is the old lead. So if that goes equal, that's okay. He is missing home guards, though, as a result. He won't have those easy TPs or the easy returns to lane, which is something that Calitrolls can abuse.
Well, he's going to try and head mid lane here. They're doubling up in mid to pressure the Kog'Maw.
Nice.
Pre-level 11, still kind of struggling with his wave clear. He does have the NLR, but no completed Ludens means the wave clear still takes a couple extra.
He's right about the money to get the upgraded item 2 key, and he's sitting on about 1,200 gold here. It's roughly the combined needed. Actually, it's cheaper now, so you probably... Well, actually, I forget the math. I haven't bought that item since 5.13, so I forget the breakpoints now.
He'll get it on his next pack. The thing
is,
is,
1,300.
Golden Glue should probably be playing around it, though. Teammate can set up for the recall. They force it now, and looks like they will be able to get anything off of it. Golden Glue just going over to farm extra jungle camps here. So Teammate actually playing very relaxed. And that does cost you against an AP Kog.
Yeah, the lanes are getting advantages, though. Like, the bot lane is probably 1 wave away from dying. Mid lane outer is down below half as well. So even though this game is being a little bit slow and the scoreboard doesn't reflect it yet, I think we're a minute away from the scoreboard showing 3-1 in turret kills. And that can then be the opening that teammate used to push the rest of the map around. So these slow burn of their lane advantages might pay off very soon. And then that could be in time for Dragon number 2 as well. And so this might turn out very quickly.
Yep. They do have significant AD threat as well. That's one bonus of going by in the jungle. The magic resistance won't hinder Gravity as much as if they had stacked a magic poking mid laner with a magic jungler. So there's one benefit. But Vi is going to be still fairly squishy. Has to be confident when she all ends.
Hanser got some new stats and tries to take him out for a spin, test drives, and actually outtrades Calitrolls. 1,100 health left on Maokai. Missed the cannon. For a man named Golden Glue, he's missing a lot of gold. He'll just be called Glue at this point. What do you call it when you kill a Hecarim?
What?
Golden Glue. Because you turn their hooves into glue and gold.
Gold and glue.
Yeah. Yeah, gold and glue. Damn it. You got me beat. I missed it. I was a syllable away. Kobe, I'm proud of you, though.
I got you. All right, well, let's see if he can set up for Dragon. 30 seconds away here. As they say, teammate can approximate.
Yeah. You expect them, if they're doing everything right, to be ready for it. Dragon up in 18. We're counting that one down. Mid lane nearly pressured out. Bot lane actually still not dead, so my turret kill prediction was wrong. Square root of 3, still 1.7. And Porpoise just getting the farm game. He is going to leave, or actually wait for Smite to come up. It's still about 30 seconds out. He might need that for the Dragon to cure, if that ends up being the situation.
All right, so I think the key to if Gravity are going to fight it is watching Haunter's Rage Bar. Right now, he's got it perfectly prepped for a teleport in. Gnar ultimate.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to hold on to it.
And he's using a walk down as well, so wants to save the teleport. Both top laners have the same idea. Teammate though rushing it down, not even a chance. And there you go, well picked up. They did time the Dragon well enough. They got the wards down, and an easy clean pickup.
Yeah. Gnar transformation gonna go to waste here. Haunter walked all the way down for not. They're just gonna hold. They actually should probably send him right back up. I mean, Keen now, he's got the loot, so his wave clear is just fine on Kog'Maw. He's post level 11. Funny Fufu gets tagged.
Forced to burn flash to get away from this one. Thankfully for Gravity, there's not many objectives left to fight for, but big damage on a Dodo. Forced to jump away. Haunter tanky, but still taking a fair bit of damage here. Narrowly dodges the javelin, but bot lane finally goes down to Nien. The split push for Istana. Demolition is happening. Calitroll stunned up, takes a big Luden's hit, and he's been buying armor. He's been afraid of Gnar, so a lot of damage from this Kog'Maw. Keen pops Ghost, chases out Dodo, a slow lance from Haunter. They really want this damage. Trying to get away, the flash gets first blood. Haunter takes it away, and the narrow dodge on the rocket. Calitroll will stay alive. Mid lane traded out, so teammate, they get their 3 turrets finally.
Yeah, I'll take a shoving in the top lane though, so they should be able to answer 1 turret, but look at Tristana, she's not done. Turret number 2 in her sights already, and she's chunking it really low.
And Golden Glue's not done either with that Nashor's Tooth. He's got tons of attack speed. Bottom lane tier 2 goes down. Teammate are happy to let the other guys push that, and they even teleport Calitrolls in. Sapling aside, knock down this turret. Haunter showing up without flash, without ulti. It's not going to be a big threat. Porpoise though, did not expect that. The Vi ulti tags, no reason to be there. Great pickup for Gravity.
They lost 4 turrets though.
Yeah.
This is a team full of demolitionists. Azir as well. The AP version able to take 2 for himself, and Gravity give up 4 turrets for 1 and 2 kills. Quite a lot of map control.
Yeah, and not long ago, teammate got a first Dragon as well, so a lot has been going pretty nicely for this blue team, and up 2,000 gold to the mid game with only 1 more tier 2 turret left to kill is pretty nice.
Gotta go to work on that scuttle.
Yeah. There is actually something interesting about this game state, though. You talked about the fact that, well, we'll talk about that later, because here's a turret going down.
There's a quick tree coming to lend a hand. With Golden Glue's mission, taking down the turret. Haunter goes. This is where Haunter died, by the way. Nien was able to rotate over for the turret kill as well as the kill on Gnar.
Yeah. That's one of the very few misplays I see from Haunter. He's normally been very consistent, but that was just kind of a silly death.
Yeah, they were really desperate, it felt like, there, Gravity, with their top heavy allocation of resources. Leaving Azir and Tristana free reign to just wreck all of their turrets.
It's a good situation. Now, teammate, though, one thing to keep in mind is they're going to quickly run out of objectives to kill. They've already knocked down 5 of the 6 somewhat easily killed turrets. Which means all they can really have left to play for is like maybe Dragon number 2 and maybe Baron later on, but that one's kind of harder.
Yeah, they really want to work with the spike they just got. 4 turrets down. There's a huge bunch of gold, global gold for them to work with, and everybody just went back to purchase, so
yeah,
they're all feeling rich.
If they can use it. Abyssal Scepter picked up for Golden Glue, so some magic resist to deal with some of the poke. You mentioned the fact that an AD jungler, and also keep in mind that Jinx means MR purchases won't keep you feeling good forever. In fact, Calitroll's still only stacking armor, so you have just, different tanks kind of with different strengths and weaknesses here. It's an interesting situation to be in. But also, Gravity just kind of want to farm forever. They've got a Jinx. She scales probably the best of all the contemporary AD carries here.
Yeah.
He's the best 6-item AD carry currently played, and probably that exists in League of Legends.
Also, you know, as much as we say, oh yes, Kog'Maw's finally got to level 11, he's finally got his Luden's Echo. Every additional AP item on top of that available. This is one of the best scaling mid laners in the game.
Yeah.
He has opted to complete his Archangels.
Yeah, a different path from Bjergsen, who had went Sork Shoes into Haunting Guys into Rylays. I actually left it on tier.
The Rylays is huge, so I actually would expect that for number 3 for Keen, just because it means you can land so many consecutive ults. The pure DPS increase that it gives you is only the half of it. It's all about that utility. 40% slow at that long range is an engaged tool in itself.
Yep. You can just kill champions by himself by pressing R a few times, doing his best pirate impression. Gravity's still on the run.
They do have absolutely abysmal vision, though.
Yeah?
Teammate have gotten pretty deep vision here. Gravity made one push up the mid, and were able to get a small pocket, but that is it. So
it's
pretty much all of their plays are just going to be through lanes right now. It's very difficult for them to venture into the fog of war.
Yeah.
They need to keep their battle line set with this AP Kog'Maw and Janna combo to keep them safe.
Yeah. But Teammate actually have such good wards, they can track almost every single move that Gravity makes, so definitely a big difference here. And in fact, Teammate are already ready for this Dragon. Now, to be fair, Gravity's wards did give them some Dragon vision, but it seems like they're unable to push through mid. Good defense by Azir, and it's already going down. 2 Dragons in a row, cleanly picked up by Teammate's vision control. And these guys are showing they really, really want to fight for that last spot, that 7th place spot to keep themselves afloat in the North American LCS. And so far looking sharp, and keep in mind also Gravity had 6 wins in a row. They lost to Dignitas. Some considered it a fluke, but now Teammate's beating him too.
Yeah, and they actually talked about this too in an interview about not wanting to take too many risks and also wanting to try more things before getting to the playoffs. So maybe that's a reason they gave up Nidalee, because they already know what they can do with the champion, and they wanted to press their Vi strategies this week, I guess. Is a guess that I have, but
they're playing the long con mind game. They're saying, hey, move doesn't have any champions. This Vi's bad. If you ban Nidalee, we're done. Secretly, he's going to play
Remember when he first got here, too, he was playing Jarvan jungle.
Yeah.
When nobody was playing it either. So he's got a lot of off-meta picks.
Yeah. He plays like 5.05 champions and Nidalee, who's also, I guess, 5.05.
Well, he's got Rek'Sai.
That's true. All right. But like, you know, all the warrior patch champions, though, right? Like,
it is
Jarvan,
it is definitely
Rek'Sai.
You know, worth doing to diversify before heading to playoffs and keep teams guessing. But if you're not successful with the other things that you try, it's not nearly as worthwhile. And they really do want to keep that first round bye, so can't lose too many.
Haunter's Mega Nard. Big crit kills the entire minion wave. They're fine there, but Haunter going to be safe. Mega Nard popped not in the back lines. He's got some time to go till that comes back up, and Gravity just stay at this constant 2,000 gold deficit. Actually, really hasn't gone anywhere in the recent history. So, I mean, credit to Gravity for that. They've not lost anything more. Teammate just kind of controlling Dragons so far and trying to control Baron, and of course, with this kind of build, they can definitely kill Dragon fast. Or Baron as well, of course. Tristana, Azir, and Nidalee. All great at that.
I'm getting flashbacks to yesterday, Freak. With Move trying to face check around Baron. He does get caught this time. Kali goes in.
A lot of damage, ulti, and they just pile drive Move down. He goes the very start.
Oh, can they finish the poke?
No, yes, no, they can't. Out they go. Haunter wants in. He's got the ulti available. Doesn't go in just yet. Stunned, pushed over the wall. Nian takes him down. Perfectly played. 3 kills, all of them on Nian.
The Super Mega Death Rocket's dodged, and Gravity can't clean up after the poke. Nobody from Teammate goes down.
Man, it's kind of unfortunate that Teammate are already mathematically eliminated from playoffs because they're making it look good so late in the split here, picking up what could be a win against #1 Gravity.
Well, they barely escaped the re-engage from Team 8 there. Nian trying to flash forward and trigger the bomb passive.
Teleports down. They might be looking at Baron.
Altec flashes in response. True sight, double sweepers.
All right,
they're gonna try and burn it down. Keen's out of mana. He cannot help here. He's got a blue buff and it's gonna regen on the way, but the Baron's going down too quickly.
Move's gonna be in range. He's got flash. Oh, the early snipe by Porpoise. The Baron gets stolen and Calitro's let Move get out. They might pick up the kill, but Baron for Gravity. Oh no.
All right. Move may just get some hidden buff to his smiting ability when he plays Vi. Stole so many dragons yesterday. Steals Baron today. If there is one thing that we've learned, Move is definitely. Oh. Well, that was awkward. Yeah.
He was 2 seconds early.
He was looking for one of those epic fountain kills, but not gonna happen.
When you have Baron on recall, you heal instantly on recall.
What?
You get like half your health back when you complete an empowered recall.
Team 8 don't have the Baron.
Oh, you're right. I'm super dumb. Today is not my day, Kobe. I couldn't recite a number.
Yes, it's mine! Haha, it's Move's day, actually. Look at this. Kali's even trying to block him, so he's just waiting at the edge. Move gets right in there, steals it from out. All right, well, they actually didn't kill Dodo. Dodo got down to 12 HP, I think that was.
Yeah.
But no kill for Gravity off the back of it, but they did get that Baron steal. Huge for them. Dragon stacking still could be an issue. I mean, Team 8 do want to get extra move speed for themselves.
And that stat would be 13 to 15. Not for Move. The total Baron
stat.
The
Baron.
Would have been 13 to 15.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
All right.
Smoke the Baron.
Rough stuff, but still, a lot of farm going to the right place. This Azir very large, 282 farm, the highest in the game. Persistent damage, something that Team 8 is definitely not lacking.
Yeah, I mean, he's 10 CS above Keen on AP Kog'Maw. I feel like fairly there.
Yeah, that's fair. He's got 4 assists.
True that.
James Bond's great-grandfather.
Oh, look, it's not actually going to be the Rylai's Rush. That he's going straight into the Haunted Guise so he can make Leandre's before he goes to get the Rylai slow. He just wants the maximum damage. Super hard-hitting artillery. Coming from Keen. Does have blue buff and Baron, so
all right.
Gravity set to siege here.
But they've only got 30 seconds left of Baron buff. Actually, sorry, one turret did go down in the recent past.
Oh, look at that poke. Porpoise is out of it.
Ooh, rocket misses. Porpoise was staying safe in this one, but still the poke's coming through. Damage is landing definitely. Dodo forced to run away at half HP. This should be the turret kill.
Mega Gnar comes in. That should be a turret for sure.
Yep, zones him out. There we go. Turret number 4. Gravity nearly tied up that scoreline. We said it a 1,000 gold game. That Baron steal meant a lot.
Gravity should be able to move over to Dragon as well, clearing out vision as they go. Mega Gnar will be exhausted for a little while. Can't charge up Rage. Team 8 poked so hard. All right, he's going to go for it.
Oh, not going to happen. Dragon 2 goes to move. Thank you very much. Porpoise forced to flash away on that one as well. Monster, plenty tanky. Hex Drinker, Randuin's Merc Treads, and a Cowl. Not going to be easy to get through that front line here. A low kill game, to be fair. Gravity only have 2. But they're about to crest a gold lead if they can knock maybe one more turret down. Porpoise, even so afraid of his jungle getting invaded, he smites his own wolf camp to get the little helpful spirit. It might be attacked.
Yeah, at this point in the game, especially since he's not a health-building jungler.
Yeah.
I pretty much almost always smite the wolf camp once you get that late, just because it's so much more important. Gromp does very little damage if you don't build health, especially late. So
Krugs can knock down turrets. He too can be a demolitionist. Word of the day, by the way.
Most overused word of the weekend. And it's like
you know Irene made that word. It's his idea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Move, trying to run away. Oh, a rocket up to the side. He ults in onto Dodo. Not going to happen. Burst comes through. Nian on a rampage.
That's why you smite your wolf camp, freak.
Got him.
All right, so
Reasoning
his smites may be the best in the business, but
his target selection
does go down there to the invade on the jungle. Late game death unnecessary as well.
Yeah.
Gravity are forced to wait because of it now.
But it looks like teammate are happy just to be team wait because they recall everyone back. They're just taking some
Booyah.
just taking some farm as here goes the top lane. There were some cheers, there were some boos. I'm gonna pretend I only heard one of those.
The cheers are coming from the fans who are already delirious by the end of the day.
Hey, we have fast games.
That's true.
Thank you. 3 minutes 40 into the game.
I thought it's supposed to be I love you too. What is this? Thank you. Yes.
I don't know him.
Okay, fair enough.
Things would get off.
You gotta earn Freak's love. Like I have over the years. All right, well, we got deep vision. Oh, I love you too.
Oh,
we got
Kobe's a bit looser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kobe, the slut of the casters. We've got so much deep vision for teammate, but they've yet to really capitalize on it. You know, aside from killing move, which is a decent chunk of money in their pockets, kill money. You know, they haven't been able to get the last outer turret. You know, really catch them in rotation though.
You know, Forest Smite's move is 0-3. As far as showing off champions, it's one of the worst examples of peacocking I've ever seen. Calitro's flank. Oh, he caught a key. No, this is going to be pretty scary. Out of the Bronq. There's a bit of damage coming across, but they're going to find move again. His 4th death of the game. Calitro still taking up at the front line. Azir zones back the back line. Hanser forced to flash. Rocket means nothing. Zap slows him down. And another pickup here. Oh, that's a javelin hit.
Keen, 1v5. Get it.
Golden Glue 1v1. How about a 1v4? No, how about a 1v2? Take down Hanser, not quite. But still 2 kills picked up, and Baron's up in 15.
There's your capital. There's your vision going to good use for Team 8.
Yeah.
Split them apart. Get the teleport home guard flank in. Flash over the wall. Great initiation from Cali. Gravity try and scramble, and they just get picked apart. Now Team 8, as you said, complete control of the map. 20 more seconds left on Keen. They should be able to charge for the Baron. Their vision still standing up in that area as well. They will be able to see the approach from Gravity.
And this is so cool. I've seen this play once a little while back, a few years ago. They all bought home guard boots. Everyone who could afford it, only Golden Glue didn't. They rushed for Baron. Here comes steal attempt number 2, though. Moves around. How well can they zone him out? He stole the last one.
All right, you're up, Move.
Can he do it? Dodo does not have an ulti. More damage. Golden Glue knocks everyone back, but it's still an available Baron. 3,000 health. Move's going to Q. Knocked back by Trist. He doesn't have flash. This should be theirs. Oh my God, you are kidding me! You have got to be kidding me! 2 kills and Baron again.
I'm delirious now. What is
Bye-bye, Cali Trolls.
What is going on?
Oh, dear Lord.
Holy Toledo.
Hey, that was Altec.
Who gets credit on that one, I think. All right, so.
All right, go.
Is it a testament to the strength of the Baron steals of North America? Or is it just that we're terrible at securing Barons? Because there have been so many steals recently.
Well, you can remove St. Vicious from the league, but its spirit lives on. Not even playing anymore, the shots are fired. He used to be on this team, all right? There's a stark difference in Gravity's power. Hey, how many Baron steals have gotten by Saints?
Put it together, Freak. You're kind of all over the place right now, but you have a good point. I can feel this. I can feel a good joke coming, but you got to put it together. All right, well, let's take a look at it, because Move goes in and Altec fires the rocket. I think Altec's the one who secures it. Move, does he even get his smite off? He gets knocked out, and it's just Altec. Rocket explosion number 2. He gets a double kill.
500, Move.
Look, he killed Porpoise first.
Yeah.
In that double kill, so there was no smite. And he oh God. All right.
Still better than Saint would do.
Ay.
Well, Spirit lives on, but here we go. Dragon 3. Still a pretty clean pickup here. Teammate walking away.
And the game goes on. The only thing is, now Kog'Maw's also got the Leandri's completed.
Yeah.
So every poke that does land, if he lands one shot on Kali, that's going to be a huge amount of burn. Shots on the back line already were taking out 30% of someone's health.
He's going Void Staff next. That's not a component of Rilay's anymore, that blasting one. So
yeah,
we're not seeing it at all. It's a pretty opposite build from
Just wants
Bjergsen.
pure damage.
All right. Oh, Calitro's 1,000 health, still getting poked, still running away.
The rocket?
I don't think it'll be.
Not an execute range.
Yeah, so not gonna
Hey,
happen.
who got banner?
The support, of course. Funny Fufu got it. You think Move buys banner? You want to buy a blasting one on Vi?
Very well could have.
I guess a Zingy did that, right? AP Vi. Dignitas lives on.
All right. Well, Baron Duck Siege comes through with an AP Cog. That is brutal.
It's going to be all kinds of scary. And teammate haven't held enough Dragon Control to get Dragon 4. That would have been wave clear for them, but they let one lapse in the mid game. They actually mean quite a lot here, and it's going to be nearly the turret going down. 2 more hits. There you go. 6th turret of the game picked up for Gravity. Baron buff is gone, but they are making some progress. 3,000 gold lead for these guys, and not really getting pushed around. Nidalee Javelin to one side, Kog'Maw on the other, and the Kog'Maw's doing better.
Whew. All right, well, what an eventful game we've had so far, Freak.
Yeah.
The door is now open to Teammate's base. And Gravity have a bunch of money as well to grab once they go back. It's about 4 or 5 waves stacking up on the bottom side. Somebody's about to cash in. And it doesn't look like Teammate will be able to do anything with that bottom pressure either. And they're sending Keen over there, so he'll be able to complete his Void Staff after soaking that up probably. And things just get even worse for Team 8.
Yeah, he's about 600 gold shy of that item. We'll see if he can pick it up.
They're trying to make a play
Whoa,
though.
Bunny Fufu hit up pretty hard. The stun lands. That's the kill in the end. Gets his 5th of the game.
All right, 4v5 defense now for Gravity.
Well, they got Cog Jinx wave clear, so good luck sieging. It won't happen. Teammate need a different option here, but Dragon and Baron off the table means that's going to be very unlikely for Teammate to capitalize on this. Look how low Calitrolls is already.
Man.
Like I said, Teammate can't handle the poke. They need to try something else, but Calitrolls, no TP, can't handle Haunter split push. In the end, I think it's afraid of dying to Vi.
To be fair, I don't know who can handle the poke from a full item 80p Kog'Maw.
I like how he's 0, 1, and 2. It's like the most unimpressive score ever, but he's like carrying this team hard.
Yeah, well, he's got 1 slot left too. He's still buying wards for the team. He's doing it all.
Yeah, that's true. Team didn't upgrade the sweeper.
Ah, never mind. He's not doing it all.
Terrible first. Move. Yeah, he's going to survive the poke okay. Golden Blue does some damage and knocks out Pink wards just fine. A lot of attack speed on him. Hanser trying to still be aggressive, getting antsy.
We may have seen the last of Moves by, I think, after this as well.
Yeah, it's not looking pretty.
I even like this Jarvan more than this is going.
But that is Jarvan steal Barons.
No, Freak. It's true. Good point.
Yeah!
I guess.
It's like
I mean, Jarvan could.
welcome
do
to the
exactly
misuse of
same
statistics
thing,
101.
But fair enough.
Keep in mind, guys, Gravity's undefeated red side. How could they lose?
Oh.
That's why he got those Baron steals. The game wouldn't let him.
This is why people don't trust statistics. Because people misuse them.
There's a really good XKCD where he does a random stat for why every president was elected the same way until the most recent one. And it goes for like all like 50 crap. 4?
Man, you haven't even been able to count today. All day long. That's all right.
Stick to the puns was yelled. Yeah, it's what I'm best at.
Look at this. Only 1 artillery shell lands from Keen, and they force him out of the jungle. It's actually kind of curious as well. At this stage in the game, the vision really does start to lack because everyone fills up most of their inventory slots, and they've most of them have transitioned over to sweepers. So they're walking around fairly blind here as 5-man squads waiting for the final team fight to happen. Looks like Baron will be the catalyst for that final team fight. Teammate a little slow here. Cali walking up. He does not have teleport.
They're getting poked out. Keen does not have a blue buff. Half HP on Baron already. Golden Glue over the wall doing a bit of damage to Kali. The fight
arrives. He got to go in.
Still happening. They're going to try what they can. Golden Glue in the front line, but he gets popped up in front of Baron. Can't pop a Zonas or anything. Porpoise Pop stuck with Baron now as well. In the end, now running away, but Calitrolls gets the shutdown. Alltech is dead, but Keen trades one back. No way to carry us up to live, but there's still a mid laner here. Move doing some damage. Porpoise wants him. He wants revenge for the steals, and Calitrolls gets the second kill of the fight. And it continues. Keen stunned up. A whole chunk of damage. Porpoise with the shutdown. Still alive, barely. The Cathian surprise, but no one's shocked here. Dodo still tanking. Hanser still dealing the damage. They do knock him down. It's a 4-for-3. The stun won't land. Calitrolls on the run. A fight still won by Gravity.
That fight was so long, Hanser went Meganar twice during it.
What?
He was Meganar when he was in the Baron pit. And just got here to finish off as well. Cali gonna try and stop him though.
He's gonna clear this wave fairly well and takes up a bunch of damage, but there's a banner of command keeping that cannon minion alive for a while. But it will allow most of the team to respawn Golden Glue.
Baron still stands, my friend. Let's fight again. All right, this is the beginning. See, his Meganar when it starts. As soon as Cali gets up there, flashes in, engages on the back line. His snare did land on Bunny instead of Keen, but they're able to follow up anyway. Nien hopping straight into the back line to try and capitalize, and they take down Alltech, but Keen still lives. And the AP Kog'Maw is able to dish it out. But the re-engage here, Porpoise goes back in, they take down Move, and Hanser, this Gnar got to free fire the entire time here. Oh, what a
Porpoise
knockup.
played that fight so well.
Yeah, he almost got out too, but the Cathian surprise able to cut him down. As you know, they pick up the last kill there on Dodo as well. Return to the scene of the crime.
Scuttle control for Team 8. Alltech sitting now with a QSS and otherwise a 4-item build, looking solid.
3 steals in a row. 3 steals in a row.
Well, his flash is down. They stop the Q. It's fine. Oh! He missed it. Move's gonna die. Porpoise pops the Zonias to stay alive. And this could be a very good play for Team 8. Just kidding.
No, Golden Glue's down.
Golden Glue's gone. Oh, the Alltech Rock gets the second kill, and Baron or not, teammate get wrecked in that fight.
They got the Baron, and they're gonna lose an inhibitor. What a bittersweet victory for teammate. They finally secure a Baron with their AD carry.
Good luck, Nien. Yeah.
And
he was going to try to buy time, though. I mean, Hanser's chasing him. Hanser's not going to win that fight. He bought a lot of magic resist.
they just want to delay so they don't lose the game here is what he's trying to pull off.
Can't kill Alltech fast enough.
He got the Baron empowered recall, so they may have been able to buy enough time. 30 seconds, though, is a long time. Hanser's walking his way down.
Well, there's no wave. That's what Nien killed.
Oh, my God. They're going for Dragon instead. They can run. What's the longest game again? We just had it. It was like
57?
56 something? Yeah, I think that's really close. 56 something. This one is making a good case to go the distance.
Pop quiz. Was there more minutes than President of the United States? I can't grade that answer. I don't know. This just in, Freak would fail a citizenship test.
Oh my goodness, it depends on if you're gonna round up from 5630. What did he say, 5632?
I didn't hear it.
All right. Well, doesn't matter, don't care. I don't like tests. Forget you, Freak. I actually do like tests.
I do too.
I was one of the ones that would purposely not study and not do the homework and then go in and see if I could still do well on the test. Because it's funny to me.
I got an A in an econ class in college doing that.
Nice. All right, well, this game is, oh, what'd they say?
I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like a sick burn,
I missed
though.
the sick burn.
Ooh, Freak sucks. Ah! Maybe it was a burn on me, and I don't even.
Ah, boo! Kobe sucks.
Got him. All right, well, let's. I have no idea where this game is gonna go. It's all dependent on the next team fight.
Small 2,000 gold lead for Gravity. The Baron Nashor buff lasting for just a little bit more. Dodo and Porpoise running.
He did make a Rylai.
Rylai's Leandry's a lot of slows, a lot of pressure. Dodo, oh man, big rocket trying to run.
Out, though? They don't keep up with the poke.
Keen is about to run out of mana.
Does not continue to pursue.
1,000 mana left on him. Actually, that would have been 2 to 3 more shots available. Chose to stop. Blue gets away. But without a blue buff on Cog, there's only so much regen. You can't get it up for an entire team fight. In the end, lifesteals it back up. He doesn't even really care about this. Back to full he goes.
That Baron buff helping out with the siege defense here for Team 8.
Yeah.
Powering their minions. They're not too handicapped by that inhibitor being down. And the defense holds strong.
I actually don't know if Jinx's rocket auto attacks are classified as area of effect damage, because minions have an area of effect damage reduction when they're affected by Baron.
I think
might get to clear them away easily.
I feel like they are.
Damage. That's down to half HP right now. Keen trying to keep poking. Bard not in this game. Our fans are confused. Calitro's in the front line, takes a big chunk of damage. Dodo blocks some of it, but Concert is going to land a stun in the front line. Ulti's going to land on a few guys. Altec slowed, but still safe with the shields on him. The turret's going to be dropping. And an easy run away. Gravity.
They're going to take the victory and leave here. Oh no, Nian, what are you doing?
Picked up over the wall by Haunter and Altec, and suddenly a 5v4 with no AD carry. 2 inhibitors down. This could be the game right now for Gravity. Turret number 1 and turret number 2 both at half HP. Rocket's still coming in for Altec. Nexus turret is gone.
Wow, how anticlimactic. It gets picked, and Gravity are just going to take out the Nexus turrets here. The barrage from Keen still up. He's almost out of mana now, actually. We're keeping track of his pool.
Still 40 seconds on the Tristana coming back, though, and here comes Haunter's going to land some stuns, going to do plenty of damage. Move goes in towards Porpoise. Zonia's pop, but Calitros is going to lose his life. He can't quite kill off Move. This will be the game-winning push. This will be the kills coming through. That's everyone going down. Only Dodo left in the fountain. There's the game in 48 minutes. Gravity hold on to first place. Man.
All right, so Move is good at smiting. Not really sold on his Vi picks.
Yeah, he went Warrior Vi and only did 5,000 damage that game.
And Ian probably should have let him retreat there.
Yes.
Those are my takeaways.
That was Nian's only second death of the game. He was 5-1-5 before that. He had played safely up until that point, but an unfortunate end to a very close game. Teammate have nearly gotten some good wins. You know, they had a fairly close game against Team Impulse. They'd actually beaten TSM and Cloud9 not long ago. They almost took down #1 Team Gravity, but is not to be. Gravity, the first team to reach 12 wins here in the North American LCS, 12-4 their current record. They stay 1 game above CLG, Impulse, and Team Liquid. They even play Impulse themselves next week, plus the TDK. They have still only won 1 game. Gravity pretty well in control of their future here. Still looking like they can get that first round bye.
Yeah, that has got to be heartbreaking for Team 8. To lose like that to multiple Baron steals.
Yeah. And Teammate, we'll talk about the rest of their season. They've only got 2 games left. They're going to be against hard opponents. C9 hot on their heels. Getting 7th place still will be a trial for these guys. But for more, we're going to send it down to Raven the red side.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great cast on the day, Freak and Kobe. I'm joined by Bunny Fufu here from the bot lane of Gravity after their victory. A very, very long game. I'm going to quickly ask you about how intense it was. How much emotional pressure did you feel? What was going through your head throughout that entire game, especially in the Baron steals?
Instead of scrimming, we just had Move practice Smite for like 5 hours a day, and then that's how we were prepared for this weekend, I guess.
It seemed like a perfect way to go into it. Another thing that's brought you guys here with such a great record is your shot calling, Bunny Fufu. You took that under your wing this year, a very difficult thing to do for some people. How has that journey been for you as the shot caller? Because things are going well, but they've kind of started to falter.
Honestly, everyone says it's all me, but when it comes to LCS, everyone like gives as much information as they can. So even Move will make a call here and there. So I think it's like a team effort collectively.
All right, well, it definitely took a team effort to get that game to go down. Now, moving on next week, Impulse and TDK are your next matches. You guys were kind of thought to have one of the easier schedules, but are finding some trouble. How do you feel about the upcoming games? Final question.
It looks like TDK is just having fun with it, like first picking Elise, I don't know, just having fun, I guess. And then Tip, their new support, they looked a little shaky, I guess, today, but I bet by next weekend they'll be good to go. So we have they're really important games, so hopefully we play well.
I said final, but one more. Are you guys worried about what could happen in the next few games, or are you feeling confident?
We're feeling good.
All right, sounds great. Bunny, congratulations on the win, and best of luck in the rest of the season. We're going to throw it to the analyst desk to break down the rest of the day.
Thank you, Riv. Mentioned there, Gravity's last game yesterday and their win today both did not look incredibly clean. So I want to focus in on today's game, though, but the elements of it that did not seem clean, starting with moves Vi.
Yeah. What I felt like they wanted Nidalee here, because it was first round pick Maokai for teammate. And then Gravity took Gnar and Janna. And as soon as you see the Janna, they're like, okay, they probably want Nidalee here. And Porpoise takes it. And Porpoise hasn't played Nidalee this entire split. So they aren't, I assume Gravity is not seeing that coming, and they're just waiting for it later down the line, because Porpoise is known for like Rek'Sai, Gragas, those types of champions. So I feel like they wanted that pick, and that would have rounded out the comp more. And I think he's trying to go on kind of diversify his champion pool and show more before playoffs. But I'm not convinced, because he's 2-13 and 15 on that.
So a possible greedy first pickup there for Gravity, thinking that the Nidalee would slip through to the second rotation. You know, but if we move forward, he did come up big on smites. There's no doubt about that. But the rest of Gravity, you know, this was the first place team. They're looking super solid, and they're
coming into the week. I wanted to wonder if they could stay consistent.
Yeah.
They definitely didn't stay consistent this week. They're 1-1. It should have been 0-2. You shouldn't be able to get both of those Baron steals the way Move did. The second one, a little bit more earned because they killed the guy with Smite and it was a bit of a team fight. But either one of those two Barons go over, and they may end up losing the game because that could have broken the AP Kog'Maw siege. And then we would have had a 4-way tie for first.
Exactly. When you are relying on winning the game, your win condition is, oh, let's steal some Barons. It's not a good win condition. It's not a way to play League of Legends.
I don't feel like that was their win condition.
But no, like they win condition team comp-wise, but in the middle of the game there, they were like, okay, we have to steal this Baron to stay into the game, and they did it twice.
Yeah.
Right? And also, it's huge error on teammate, because both times it was stolen, a lot of them were up, and they had ways to stop Move from getting into the pit. It was just disorganized. They weren't allocating people correctly. They looked like Golden Glue was like, I'm not going to DPS Baron anymore. I'm going to go off on the side. And then everybody magically thought that the damage of the Baron wasn't going to go down and it was still going to die in 2 seconds. Like, no, Golden Glue is a huge source of your damage. And when he's not on it, it's still going to stay at 2,000 HP. And they didn't calculate all of these things. Just keeping better track and micromanaging how you're doing the Baron, who's going to stop what, is something you have to do.
Well, yeah, let's look over at teammate. You know, that's one point of criticism for them. This does continue to make that race for 7th very interesting, because C9 teammates still only 1 game separates the both of them.
If your teammate, they are in control of their own destiny, they have difficult opponents, but it will be, they're going to feel very demoralized after this game. Because they're thinking, oh man, if we just could have gotten this one, then one more game and we have it for sure, or if Cloud9 loses a single game. But the way it is now, they're still all right. Because if they can nearly take down Gravity, say what you will about them not playing well, if they can have the internal confidence they can actually take down the difficult teams on their schedule, they will still be in the LCS next split if they can do that, because they still have that 1-game edge, even if Cloud9 plays GDK.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
It's going to be a tight race.
Playing Liquid CLG versus playing TDK TSM, 1 win back. I feel really, very strongly that we're most likely going to have a tiebreaker here based on strength of schedule.
Yeah.
All right, well, with those 2 games left for each team, let's look to see how all the teams are arranged. In first place, it's Gravity. CLG, Team Impulse, and Team Liquid are sitting in 2nd, followed by TSM, who have secured their playoff spot. Team Dignitas drops to 6th, followed by Team 8 in 7th. Hot on their heels, though, is Cloud9 in 8th and Enemy in 9th. Then Team Dragon Knights is in 10th place. Now, there were huge plays across the board today, and this weekend, rather, but here are the 5 players who distinguished themselves this week. Starting in the top lane with Zion Spartan.
Now, Zion went back to carry top laners. They're on a 4-game win streak, and a lot of that is his snowball. He played Fizz yesterday, the team played around him, and they definitely benefited from it. And today, his Kennen flanks were on point.
Moving on to the jungle, we find Cloud9's High.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he's shown up here in his 3rd week as a jungler. This dude is a mid lane player who was retired. So the week he had was pretty remarkable in those sense. Nearly pulling it away for 2-0 for Cloud9. That was one of the best games I've seen played CLG versus Cloud9 in the LCS this split. So high, definitely OP this week.
Yeah, even in a loss, looking fantastic. Our OP mid laner is Incarnation. This weekend, he turned in his best performances on Ahri and Orianna and has become a threat for Cloud9, specifically his ability to outplay his opponents in 1v1s and 1v2s as we saw today. Then we move to the AD carry role, find Double Lift.
Yeah, Double Lift with his Tristana yesterday, and today, his Sivir. He spell shielded pretty much every ultimate that came out from Incarnation, making it so that he was still viable in those team fights and keeping his team moving.
Yep, scoreline there, fabulous too. And finally on support, Afromu.
Yeah, and I mean, right next to Double Lift's side in pretty much all these fights was Afromu. It was Rush Hour who ended the game against Cloud9 today. It secured Cloud9's 2 big victories. Janna protection for Double Lift, super critical. Afromu, he seems to show up here fairly quickly.
Yes, that he does. But the big man on campus this week was CLG's Double Lift. He had a solid weekend, including an impressive skirmish round Baron to snap CLG's 9-game losing streak against Team Liquid. This weekend, Double Lift helped CLG climb back into a share of second and shake off their mid-season slump.
Yeah, and Double Lift has been putting up pretty impressive scorelines this entire split. This week was no different. Also, he got pushed off of Trist, but still had success on the Sivir, which shows up pretty well.
Yeah, we had commented that during their slump, they had kind of reverted back to the AD carry-centric team comps. Here, Sivir, Tristana, just showing that they can, again, go back to these things that are rotational play, work as a team, and push through to victory.
Yeah, and they put Zion on a carry top, so they had multiple threats. But then when they were both banned, they still had a strategy in their pocket. So CLG definitely deserved the 2-0 this week.
All right, well, with just 2 games left in the season, the action picks up next week with the European and North American Challenger Series on Wednesday. Then tune in for your weekly dose of International League news and dank memes with an all-new primetime league at 4 p.m. Pacific. Then the final week of the LCS action continues in Berlin with the Copenhagen Wolves versus Roccat, and a bit later, Fnatic will look to extend their record-setting 16-game win streak when they face SK Gaming. Then we'll pick it back up here in California on Saturday, starting with Team 8 taking on Team Liquid. Then Team Dignitas will go up against Counterlogic Gaming, and taking center stage, and our final game of the week will be Gravity trying to fend off the surging Team Impulse. Well, that does it for us here in North America. So for myself and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Nice meme, dude. Nice meme.
Good job on the desk, man. Great job.
Yeah, next week.
Team Liquid's reign of terror over Counterlogic Gaming was brought to an end. If you were watching it today, they'll have to pick up the pieces. Phoenix on the backside. I don't think he is actually going to go down. The Zanias is there. Dominate now to peel for him. Pops up flares. The team is working perfectly. Team Liquid take down enemy.
Ori. Go! Watch it! They're on me. Closer. I'm exhausting closer. Closer. They're on me. High back. Peter. Hit. Closer dead.
Cloud9 continuing to try and pressure Sneaky, however, could be alive. He gets locked up.
We said that every time Cloud9 plays CLG, it's going to be a good one. And this may have been the best one we've ever seen.
Stops him from adding the DPS in, but they have the targets they want, and it's not looking good for Dig. Oh! Hey! Turtle on the flash.
Really just a nice way for TSM to break their 4-game losing streak.
All I want for my birthday is a normal pinky. Oh my god.
Ooh, damn. Wrecked.
Try it again. Do it again.
Impulse get their 11th win. He doesn't have a blast. This should be theirs. Oh my god, you are kidding me! You have got to be kidding me! Gravity, hold on to first place.